So yeah, I just recorded this entire video and looked at it and, whoa, my mic wasn't working. Yay! So I'm going to have to do this all again. And that was 27 minutes ago. So let's try this again. What's up, YouTube? It's Onion Bomb here, and welcome to my NFL Week 3 game predictions of the 2018-2019 season. Now, before we predict the games of Week 3, let's take a step back and look at what happened Week 2. Now, if you're new to this series, I just want to let you know that my predictions are, of course, my predictions, who I think is going to win the game. The Bulls' predictions are basically taking the two teams that are playing in a game, putting them in a bowl, and randomly selecting them from the bowl and seeing who's going to win that way. And then Madden, of course, is seeing who's going to win in a Madden simulated connected franchise. And you're not going to see me pick from the bowl or check the franchise just because of just to save some editing for me, and so I can get this done in a timely fashion. And I hope you guys understand that, and hope you guys understand that I would never lie to this at all. Never lie to you guys about this at all. I have no reason to make any of this up. One thing I will note about today's episode is, like I said, I went through this entire video, so I already have the predictions picked for the bowl, so you're not going to hear me, roughing through the paper in the bowl. So if you don't hear me doing that, just, I've already done that. So yeah, let's get into the Week 2, what happened there, recap. As you can see, we all did pretty bad. Me and Madden tied for the best record this week with 7-8-1. And yes, another tie, and it's Week 2. And the Bull even did worse with 5-10-1. So it wasn't a good week for any of us. And we had a lot of three-way agreements, so that's probably what happened there. And that I'm still in the league 17-13 and 2, not that comfortably though, because Madden is 12-18-2, and pulled ahead to second place. But the Bull is right behind Madden, 10-20-2, literally down by 2 predictions. Now let's get into the specifics and see which games we got right and wrong. Ravens versus the Bengals. Me and the Bull got that wrong. We had the Ravens, but Madden got that right with the Bengals. Panthers versus the Falcons. We all three got that right with the Falcons. Redskins versus the Colts. We all three got that wrong with the Redskins. Texans versus the Titans. We all three got that wrong with the Texans. I always mess up in recap, man. God dang it. Eagles versus the Buccaneers. Madden got that right with the Buccaneers, but me and the Bull went with the Eagles and got that wrong. Steelers and Chiefs. Unfortunately, we all three got that wrong with the Steelers. I'm a Steelers fan, by the way. Miami versus the Jets. We all three got that wrong with the Jets. Chargers versus the Bills. We all three got that right with the Chargers. The Vikings versus the Packers. They tied. Me and Madden had the Vikings, but the Bull had the Packers. That's the second tie of the season so far. Browns versus the Saints. Me and Madden got that right with the Saints, but the Bull got it wrong with the Browns. The Lions versus the 49ers. I was the only one to get that right with the 49ers. Madden and the Bull had the Lions. Rams versus the Cardinals. We all three got that right with the Cardinals. We all three got that right with the Rams. Very easy there. The Patriots versus the Jaguars. I was the only one to get that right with the Jaguars. The Bull and Man had the Patriots. I finally predicted correctly a Patriots loss. Every time I predicted a Patriots loss before, it never happened. And when the Patriots did lose, I didn't even expect it. But I finally correctly predicted a Patriots loss. The Raiders versus the Broncos. We all three got that wrong by a point by the Raiders. And the Giants versus the Cowboys. I got that wrong with the Giants. The Bull and Man got that right with the Cowboys. And Seahawks versus the Bears. I got that right with the Bears. The Bull got that right with the Bears. But Man got that wrong with the Seahawks. So that's what happened last week. Let's get into it this week for week number 3. Alright, starting off with Thursday Night Football. The Jets at the Browns. I'm going with the Browns' first win. Yes, I know the Jets looked really, really good week 1, but week 2 they did lose to the Dolphins. They still could beat the Browns, but the Browns have been looking pretty good too, tying the Steelers, almost beating the Saints. I know almost doing something isn't doing something, but I think the Browns get their first win here, and that's what I'm going with. The Bull agrees with me, but Madden does not. Madden has the Jets 30-24. And yes, this is the third week in a row where me and the Bull agreed on Thursday Night Football, but Madden didn't. Week 1, me and the Bull got that right, but week 2, we got it wrong. So let's see who gets it right or wrong this week. Next up, we have Saints at the Falcons. I am going with the Falcons. The Saints have been a little bit disappointing. They almost lost to the Browns, but they didn't. And they lost to the Buccaneers. But hey, maybe Fitzmagic has something. That's crazy to say. But the Falcons, they lost to the Super Bowl champions Philadelphia Eagles. But they did, however, beat the Panthers. I'm going with the Falcons here. I think the Falcons are going to get done over the Saints. The Bull disagrees with me, has the Saints. Man also disagrees with me, also has the Saints, 31-21. That's honestly a toss-up. Both are really good teams. The NFC South is just crazy, especially with Fitzmagic now in the picture. Alright, next up we have Packers at the Redskins. I'm, of course, going Packers. Redskins lost to the Colts last week. Pretty disappointing. The Redskins are a pretty, mediocre team, and the Packers are a pretty good team in the playoff picture, with Aaron Rodgers at least. And Aaron Rodgers is just too good to lose to the Redskins. I think the Packers are definitely going to win over the Redskins here. The Bull disagrees, though. The Bull thinks the Redskins are going to get this win. Madden, though, agrees with me. And the Packers are going to win 28-21 according to that. Alright, next up, Colts at the Eagles. Of course, I'm going to the Eagles. The Eagles are just too good of a team. They're too stacked. Carson Wentz is coming back. The Colts are the Colts. They have lost to the Bengals so far, but they did beat the Redskins. But I don't think they're going to lose to the Eagles. Yes, the Eagles lost to the Buccaneers, but we don't know. Maybe Fitzmagic is going to take the Buccaneers to the playoffs and be really, really good. We don't know. But I just don't see the Colts upsetting the Eagles here. Neither does the Bull, so the Bull picked the Eagles, and neither does Madden. Madden is the Eagles winning 31-14. That's a pretty realistic score. Next up, the Bills at the Vikings. I am, of course, taking the Vikings. The Bills are currently 0-2. They have lost to the Chargers pretty heavily, and they lost to the Ravens and got crushed by them week 1. The Bills have shown nothing so far. The Vikings are just too good on offense, defense, whatever. They're just a really good team. And honestly, the Bills have just not done anything. And LaShawn McCoy is on my fantasy team, and he has been disappointing so far. So I've even considered benching him for James Conner. So I hope he steps up, but I think the Vikings are overall going to win this game. But the Bull disagrees and has the Bills. And Madden disagrees and has the Bills. 34-10? I don't think so, Madden. The Bills might get the upset here, but they're not going to win that heavily against the Vikings defense and offense. I just don't see it at all. I don't see that heavily of a match. I just think the Vikings are going to win. Alright, next up, Raiders at the Dolphins. I'm going with the Raiders. John Gruden's first win finally. Both of these teams are mediocre. Don't really see playoffs for either, really. Maybe the Raiders. I don't know. I think the Raiders are gonna win here. Even though the Miami's 2-0 and Raiders are 0-2. They had a decent game, I think, with the Broncos. I know they had a decent game with the Broncos. I meant to say Rams week 1. But yeah, I think the Raiders are going to win it here. The Bull agrees with me, and Man agrees with me. Raiders 28-7 over Miami. I do think this is where Miami gets their first loss. Alright, next up, Broncos at the Ravens. Decent teams here. Broncos actually 2-0 so far. Ravens 1-1. I am going to take the Ravens here. I would love the Broncos to beat them. I think they can beat them. I think this is a toss-up, but I am going with the Ravens. Something's telling me to pick the Ravens. They lost to the Bengals, yes, but they did kill the Bills. I know that Ravens team is still in there, so I don't know. I think they can get on against the Broncos. I hope they don't, but yeah, we'll see. The Bull agrees, has the Ravens, and Man agrees. 31-7, the Ravens win. I hope they don't. Prove us wrong, Broncos. Prove us wrong. Prove us wrong and beat the Ravens. Alright, next up, Bengals and Panthers. A lot of people are hyping up the Bengals. They're 2-0 against the Colts and the Ravens so far. I'm not buying into the hype. I don't think the Bengals have the division. I don't think they're making it to the playoffs. In fact, I think they're going to start losing now. I have the Panthers. I definitely think the Panthers are a better team than the Bengals. I think they can definitely get it done over the Bengals. So I am taking the Panthers. So is the Bull. But Madden is selling into the Bengals. Buying into the Bengals. 35-28. Realistic score, honestly. But Madden has the Bengals over the Panthers. I don't know. I hope Madden's wrong, definitely, and I hope I'm right and the Bulls right. So I don't know. We'll see when that game comes around. Next up, we have Giants at Texans. I'm going with the Texans, of course. I know Texans are 0-2, but they had a very close game against the Patriots week 1, and they lost to the divisional rival Titans last week. That was an upset, but I don't think the Giants are going to upset them. The Giants are also 0-2. And of course, they lost to the Jaguars, which are a good team, and they lost to the Cowboys. But I definitely don't see the Giants beating the Texans in this situation. I just don't. I think the Texans are still a really good team. They have really good offensive weapons, defensive weapons. I think they still could be a playoff team, even though with their 0-2 start. Hey, other teams are like that. So I think the Titans can be. However, the Bull is going with the Giants here. So is Madden. 27-7. No way. The Giants, based on their 2 performances already, and just like last season, no. Like the Titans aren't the Texans are healthy right now. They are not going to lose to the Giants. I try to give the other predictions credit, but I just can't give that one prediction, especially with that score. I think the Texans definitely have that one. Alright, next up we have the Titans at the Jaguars, staying in the AFC South. I'm going with the Jaguars. How can't you take the Jaguars here? The Jaguars look like an unstoppable team, especially against the Patriots. They beat the Patriots. Blake Bortles and the offense looked really, really good. And the defense, the defense, of course, is like the best ever. I have the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are gonna beat the Titans. The Bull, however, the Bull has the Titans upsetting the Jaguars. They've already upset the Texans. The Bull thinks they can upset the Jaguars too. But Madden has the Jaguars 35-17. That's more realistic of you, man. Alright. Next up, 49ers at the Chiefs. I am going with the 49ers upsetting the really unstoppable Chiefs right now. The Chiefs put up 42 points against my Pittsburgh Steelers, and they put up 30-something points against the LA Chargers. Both W's in their book. Their offense looks really elite. Defense looks pretty good too, but some problems in the secondary. I think Jimmy G is gonna upset them. I think Jimmy G is gonna do Jimmy G things like he did last season. And sometimes you just have to pick upsets. Upsets happen every week, and this is football, remember? So yeah, the 49ers are still a good team too. So I think they can give the Kansas City Chiefs their first loss here, and that's what I'm going with. However, the Bull has the Chiefs and is going to disagree with me. Madden's going to agree with the Bull and disagree with me and also have the Chiefs. 28-21. That's a realistic score. That's honestly a toss-up game, so they could have something. Alright, next up we have an LA battle. The Chargers versus the Rams. I am going with the Rams. Both teams have a lot of weapons offensively and defensively. However, I have more faith in the Rams to win this than the Chargers because the Chargers choke. The Rams so far have not with their talent. We've seen what the Chargers can do with their talent. We really haven't seen a lot what the Rams can do yet besides these 2 weeks. And even so, based on these 2 weeks, the Chargers lost to the Chiefs. But they did beat the Bills. Rams beat the Raiders, and they blew out the Cardinals. So I just think the Rams are just too stacked right now. I think they're going to get it done over the Chargers. So does the Bull. The Bull agrees that the Rams are a really good team. And the Madden agrees 35-14. The Rams are going to win. 3-way agreement that the Rams are going to beat the Chargers. Alright, next up we have the Cowboys at the Seahawks. I'm going with the Cowboys. I doubted the Cowboys last week. I thought the Giants were going to win. They did lose week 1 against the Panthers. They beat the Giants. Seahawks, though, 0-2 against the Bears and the Broncos. Like I said, and everyone's saying, different Seahawks team. The defense is lost. It's just a different Seahawks team, and it's not that good anymore. I don't see playoffs for them. I don't see playoffs for either of these teams, but I think the Cowboys are slightly better with Zeke, Dak, and other players. I think the Cowboys have what it takes to beat the Seahawks. However, the Bull is taking the Seahawks. Madden, however, is going to take the Cowboys 31-28. I guess that's a realistic score. I don't know. Anyone's game. Alright, next up we have the Bears at the Cardinals. The Bears looking pretty nice. They lost to the Packers week 1. They beat the Seahawks. I put my faith in them to upset the Seahawks last week. They did. The Cardinals got blown out by the Rams, and they lost the week 1 too. I forget their opponent. 0-2. I'm going with the Bears again. I think the Bears have what it takes, especially with Khalil Mack and other defensive people. As long as the offense stays up and the defense stays up too, I think they got this one. I think the Bears can beat the Cardinals. The Cardinals just don't look that good. I think the Bears are going to win this. The Bull agrees with me with the Bears. Now, this stumped me because Madden predicts a tie. Madden predicts a tie. 28-28. Bears versus Cardinals. A tie? Like, what do I do? They're predicting a tie. They're not picking a winner. Like I said, I recorded this video before. Unfortunately, you couldn't get my initial reaction. I just kind of froze there. I was like, a tie? A tie? Like, I guess what I have to do is, since Madden predicts them tying, I guess I can only give Madden the point for predicting correctly if the Bears and Cardinals tie. So the only way Madden can get this prediction right is if the Bears and Cardinals tie. I mean, I was thinking about picking the Bull for Madden, but hey, I mean, if Madden thinks they're going to tie, then they think they're going to tie. They're putting their prediction into a tie, which is very, very risky. I'll allow it, but if they don't tie, Madden's getting that prediction wrong. But if they do tie, then it's getting it right. But if they do tie, I guess that would add on to me and the Bulls two ties already, but it would not add, it would be predicting correct. I don't know. Man's making this really confusing because they're predicting a tie. So basically, if they do tie, which they won't, but if they do tie, then I'm asking this Madden simulation for lottery numbers. And not only that, but if they do tie, Madden will get a prediction right, but me and the Bull won't get it wrong. we'll just have a -3 instead of a -2. That's the only, but like Madden's still gonna have a -2 because they're gonna get it right. So it's very confusing. So I really hope this happens never again. I hope this never happens again. But I don't know. Madden's making that really difficult. Was not expecting that in the slightest. But yeah, I guess Madden's predicting that the Bears and Cardinals are going to tie. Alright. Next up, we have the Patriots at the Lions. Patriots coming off a loss against the Jaguars. Beat the Texans week 1. The Lions week 1 got destroyed by the Jets. And I believe they also lost week 2. Not even like regarding that. The Patriots are still the Patriots, even though they lost. They lost to a really good team, the Jaguars. I'm taking the Patriots, of course, in this game. They're the Patriots. They're going to beat the Lions. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to probably even make the AFC Championship. They're even probably gonna go to the A. So they're like this. They're the safest pick in NFL. They're the safest pick in the NFL. But picking against them is a big risk. And I even took one going against the Jaguars. But I'm going with the Patriots. However, the Bulls going to take the Lions here. They saw you got the Patriots wrong. Patriots lost and you got that right. Okay, I'm going to try. So the Bull is trying for a Patriots upset here. I don't think they're going to get it, but they might. Bull has the Lions. Man, however, has the Patriots 28-13. That seems realistic. So yeah. Man agrees with me with the Patriots. The Bulls the one that's in disagreement there. Oh, that was Sunday Night Football, by the way. Last game. Monday Night Football. My game. My team. The Pittsburgh Steelers. At the Buccaneers. Oh, the Steelers. What? The Steelers lost to the Chiefs. The defense was atrocious. The offense wasn't that good at first too, but then they stood up. They matched they matched off a 21-20 league, and they got to 21-21. They just lost it there. They couldn't keep up with the Chiefs, and the defense couldn't stop them. And I've been frustrated. I'm not giving up on my team yet, but it's just really not looking good. And Fitzmagic, they beat the Eagles, the Super Bowl champion Eagles. And they beat the Saints, which is a really good team. Hurts me to do this so bad, but the Steelers have shown me nothing so far. They tied the Browns. The Chiefs beat them. Their defense looks really bad. If Fitzmagic shows up again for the third week in a row, it's going to be so fun. I'm taking the Buccaneers over my Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate doing it. I thought if I was going to do this, it was going to be, because the Steelers play down to their competition and the Bucs are really good. Really bad. But the Bucs are actually really good, so I don't think they have what it takes to beat the Buccaneers, which it's crazy I'm even saying that. Hey, maybe because everyone's hyping up the Buccaneers, and downing the Steelers, maybe the Steelers will win. I don't know. I hope the Steelers prove me wrong. And usually they do when I go against them. But I'm going with the Buccaneers. You're going to have to prove something to me, Steelers. You're hurting me here. I love you guys, but come on now. The Bull, however, is going to take my Steelers winning this game. Madden's going to take it too, 28-17. I hope you guys are right. I hope the Bull and Madden are right. But just from what I've seen from both teams, and Bucs have home field advantage too. It just doesn't make sense to take the Steelers, honestly. And that hurts me to say, but in this situation, it does not make sense to take the Steelers. I wish it did, but this doesn't. I hope the defense steps up. Hope the offense does great things, and I hope, heck, they all stay off of Twitter, especially AB. Alright, so those are the Week 3 predictions here. Really quick recap here. Jets at Browns. I have the Browns. Bull has the Browns. Man has the Jets. Saints at Falcons. I have the Falcons. Bull has the Saints. Man has the Saints. Packers at Redskins. I have the Packers. Bull has the Redskins. Man has the Packers. Colts at Eagles. I have the Eagles. Bull has the Eagles. Man has the Eagles. Bills at Vikings. I have the Vikings. Bull has the Bills. Man has the Bills. Raiders at Dolphins. I have the Raiders. Bull has the Raiders. Man has the Raiders. Broncos at Ravens. I have the Ravens. Man has the Ravens. Bull has the Ravens. Bengals at Panthers. I have the Panthers. Bull has the Panthers. Madden has the Bengals. Giants at Texans. I have the Texans. Bull has the Giants. Man has the Giants. Titans at Jaguars. I have the Jaguars. Bull has the Titans. Madden has the Jaguars. 49ers at Chiefs. I have the 49ers. Bull has Chiefs. I almost said Chiefs has Bull. Bull has Chiefs and Man has Chiefs. Chargers at Rams. I have Rams. Bull has Rams. Man has Rams. Cowboys at Seahawks. I have Cowboys. Bull has Seahawks. Man has Cowboys. Bears at Cardinals. I have the Bears. Bull has the Bears. Man has a tie. Patriots at Lions. I have the Patriots. Bull has the Lions. Man has the Patriots. Steelers and Buccaneers. I have the Buccaneers. Bull has the Steelers. And Man has the Steelers. Saying that back, the Bull is either going to have a horrible next week record, or is going to have a great one, and there's going to be a lot of upsets. But hey, what can you do? I'm picking from a Bull there. But yeah, I still can't believe Man has a tie. I hope that doesn't happen again. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this week. If you guys want to know how everyone does, make sure you check out week 4. We'll do what we did week 2, recap what happened. So yeah, that's going to be it for this week's predictions. See you guys for week 4 predictions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like or dislike, subscribe or don't subscribe. You know, it's always up to you. And I will see you guys in the next video you watch of me. Goodbye.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong.